Welcome to The Explainer. We're all about breaking down complex ideas, and today we're tackling a big one. We're going to be looking at a text that draws a line in the sand between what it calls healthy spiritual authority and spiritual abuse.
So, where is that line? When does guidance become control? To really get into it, we're going to walk through a source that lays out a pretty clear framework for spotting what it calls spiritual coercion.
All right, so this framework is built around a series of red flags. And to make its points really clear, the author uses the system within Jehovah's Witnesses as a case study to show what this coercive dynamic can look like in practice.
The author argues that this is really the starting point, the foundation for everything else. Once a group claims to be the only source of truth, well, that's when other control mechanisms can start to fall into place. So let's break down the first big red flag.
Okay, red flag number 1. According to this text, it all starts when a small group of people says, "We, and only we, speak for God."
And the source gets specific here, pointing to the governing body. The idea that's taught, according to the text, is that what these men say is what God says. So you see what happens, right? If you question them, you're not just questioning a person, you're basically told you're questioning God himself. And this is where the author really hones in on the harm. It's not just about whether the teachings are right or wrong. The argument is that this system fundamentally changes your faith. Instead of trusting in God directly, you become dependent on an organization, on men. And that, the author says, creates a constant fear of ever stepping out of line.
All right, let's move on to red flag number 2. This one isn't about what's happening inside the group, but how the group sees everyone else, especially other Christians. So what you get is this super sharp black and white view of the world. You're either in with the truth or you're out, part of this corrupt system that's doomed. The author even points out that new members are often encouraged to cut ties with their old Christian friends and even family.
And you can see the effect of that, right? From the author's perspective, this isn't just a simple disagreement over beliefs. It's a strategy that creates a toxic us versus them world. It isolates people, it destroys any sense of broader Christian community, and it builds this wall of distrust around the group.
Now we come to the third red flag, and the author describes this one as the most painful of all. This is where fear is allegedly used as a weapon to keep people in line.
The text focuses on this practice of disfellowshipping, which is essentially shunning. The policy it describes is intense. If you question the teachings or decide to leave, your own family, your parents, your children, your closest friends are told to completely cut you off.
And this is the author's key distinction. They're saying this goes way beyond biblical correction. This is coercion. It's using the threat of losing everyone you love, your entire world, as emotional blackmail to keep you from ever thinking about leaving. It's a powerful, powerful tool.
So after laying out these 3 big red flags, the source puts it all side by side. On one side, you've got this coercion model we've been talking about: imposed truth, dependence, fear, isolation. And on the other side, the author presents an alternative they call the freedom model.
Okay, so if that's the diagnosis of the problem, what's the proposed solution? Let's dig into this alternative vision of spiritual authority. It's designed to be the complete opposite of the red flags, a model built on freedom, not on control.
The philosophical shift here is actually huge. The idea is that authority isn't there to be the source of truth, but to serve the truth. So leaders aren't dictators, they're more like stewards. Their job is to protect and share the word of God, not to become it. And get this, in this model, questions are actually encouraged. You're trusted to use your own conscience to find your path.
And it all boils down to these 3 core ideas. First, faith has to be free. If it's forced, it's not real. Simple as that. Second, authority is service. Leadership is about lifting people up, not holding them down. And third, and this is so important, truth is offered, not forced on you. It's presented with love as an invitation, and you have the complete freedom to accept it or not, without being threatened or shunned.
So why does all this matter? Well, according to the author, it all leads to one thing: protecting your direct relationship with God. The goal is a faith that is personal, real, and sacred, something that no group or person should get in the middle of. The whole point is to shift the focus away from loyalty to an organization and back to a personal, liberating faith.
And the author wraps it all up with this famous verse: "You will know the truth, and the truth will set you free." Which kind of leaves us with the big question, doesn't it? What's the right balance between truth, authority, and our own personal freedom?